Hello, welcome to our special live episode on the Screen Channel today. I'm Katrina, one of your hosts, and I'm happy to introduce our three other hosts. We will have Maddie Scariot, Tony Capastrone, and Christopher Denise. So let's go ahead and get this started. Um, all right, so we have Maddie, he is the executive director for the Poppy Jasper film. Tony, he is our founder for the Brave Maker Film Festival, and Christopher Denise, who is the founder for Stage One Creative Spaces. So we'll go ahead and get these started because we have these three wonderful people who came together to bring to a special short film called Shorts from Shelter for everyone who's sheltering in place right now. So let's go ahead and ask some questions. So Maddie,
Yes.
you'll be there. So tell me a little bit about the Poppy Jasper Film Festival.
The Poppy Jasper International Film Festival is an all-volunteer nonprofit. Our mission is to program diverse, inclusive, and women-empowered films. We're an 8-day film festival. We canceled, but we had over 205 films from 38 countries, and half of those were directed by women. And we also have 7 educational programs that we do throughout the year that start from youth at 4 years old and go all the way up to 100 and however old you are. We have programs for every generation so that everyone can find their voice through film.
Wow, that is awesome. It's great to have so many people with such a range that can go into it. So I'm definitely looking forward to being able to go to that once we're all actually able to go to places. I'm just a little curious. So what got you involved with Poppy Jasper?
I'm a filmmaker. I have been a filmmaker for a long time. I worked in Hollywood. I did wardrobe for television and film. I came back up to my hometown of Gilroy with 2 kids, and I started a film production company, and I've done that for over 15 years. I did work on the periphery of the Poppy Jasper for about 6 years, and to be honest, it wasn't doing well, and to be honest, nobody else wanted to take it over. And they asked me, and I was really excited. I thought this is something that I think I could be good at. I've been working with nonprofit organizations trying to raise awareness for the arts in our community for over 20 years. And everything, I felt like with everything I've learned throughout my life, sort of culminated to this job, to me as a filmmaker and also a film lover. I think this is a perfect fit for me. And we basically took the film festival from 300 people to attending, and the guesstimate was this year we may have had almost 5,000 people attending. The past 2 years we had 3,000. So I think we've done a really good job. I have a great board and a great group of people helping me. The community is behind me, and or all the communities, because we're in multiple cities. So so that's how I got started.
All right, that's a great story, and wow, bringing it up to that many people, estimation of 5,000, that is amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. And now for Tony, I got a couple questions for you. Can you tell me a little bit about Brave Maker?
Yeah, Brave Maker started in 2018, so we're just about coming up on our 2-year anniversary. And we're in Redwood City, headquartered in Redwood City, California. We started out just wanting to do a 3-day film festival, and it sort of snowballed into doing monthly screenings where we could bring in filmmakers and have guided discussions. Our mission has always been to elevate brave voices for justice, diversity, and inclusion. And that sort of snowballed into this vision that on a monthly basis, instead of doing it once a year, there's so many films out there. We got submitted, 100 plus for our first year. Let's take some of those films and bring them in and do them monthly. So since 2018, we've been having monthly screenings and then getting sponsors in the Redwood City area to partner with us with groups and organizations and nonprofits that are also doing justice work in the same vein of whatever film we program. So it could be mental health awareness, suicide prevention. It could be about gender equity and empowering women filmmakers, talking about women issues or girls leadership partnerships that we've made. We really love talking about racial justice, and especially things going on in our country right now. That's a really needed conversation that a lot of people in my place of privilege who are white don't really know how to talk about. So I feel like I needed Bravemaker for myself. I've always been a filmmaker who was interested in having hard conversations, foster care system, human trafficking. So we really look for films that are easy to talk about. No, not really. Just things that make us go, okay, how do we handle this? And film, we all know stories are powerful. Brave stories can bring change, can incite change. So our dialogues are cool because we partner filmmakers with people who are working in those spaces professionally or on volunteers. And we always sort of have a call to action that our audiences can get involved with a literacy program in the neighborhood, or they can be a part of a local shelter or a food pantry, or they can donate, on behalf of COVID relief or something like that. So that's been really cool to be able to have people say, all right, not only are we going to show films, but we're going to offer opportunities for people to then volunteer and do more based on how they were just encouraged or changed.
All right, thank you. Wow, that is definitely very important. We do need more people who can be out there and spread the word for such important issues like that. So I'm just kind of curious, how did you go from, being a filmmaker, making these types of films, and how did it expand to become the whole entity that is Bravemaker today?
Yeah, you all know too, as being filmmakers, how hard it is to make a film and to find support and find money. And once you make the film and then you get into a film fest, just all of the expectations that sometimes aren't met, right? When you go to a film festival and you're super disappointed, like, does anyone even know I exist? I have a film in this festival. Why aren't people rolling out the red carpet for me? So I just had a number of different experiences that left me kind of wanting. But then I also had really great experiences. Like, I'm a Sundance fanatic. I've been there 8 years in a row. It's been formative for me. I started going just really as an actor who then became a filmmaker because I was so inspired by Sundance. But then I realized that not everybody can get there. It's Salt Lake, or it's Park City, Utah. It's far, it's expensive, it's cold, it's long. So I thought, I want to create something in my community that I would love to share these experiences with my friends and neighbors. So Bravemaker kind of came early 2018. I was trying to do something else. I wanted to be entrepreneurial. I wanted to start something here in the Bay Area. Always wanted to go to LA. Hasn't happened, but we know the Bay Area is full of creative people. So why not empower more people to make those films? We help fiscally sponsor filmmakers as well. We have 3 projects right now that we're helping filmmakers to raise their funds. I do a screenwriting class to help filmmakers tell their story. So that became a really important part because, you all know too, it's hard to get mentors. It's hard to get people to link arms with you. And I've been applying for grants, even in our own Bay Area with organizations, but been rejected numerous times. So I thought, I'll just create my own pot and help people pour into that pot and pour the pot back out to help other people.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you for doing that. Once this whole world is open for running again, I can't wait to go and check out the Bravemaker for myself.
Yeah, well, we're online. Everything's online now. We have been doing 6 weeks in a row of film screenings. We've shared about 35 different films through our subscriber list, which is at bravemaker.com. And then we are doing online chats through the same platform. I love StreamYard. So every week we have 2 or 3 conversations on our Bravemaker Film Fest Facebook page, and also linked on our YouTube, so we can have conversations with filmmakers. We're not stopping. We might have got postponed or canceled, but we're going to keep doing it. We have a huge documentary coming out next week that premiered at Tribeca called I Want My MTV. So if you grew up watching MTV, make sure you go to our website, bravemaker.com, and sign up for this documentary because it'll be free for our subscribers next week.
All right, thank you. Yeah, everyone, check that out. And definitely thank you for joining us today, Tony. Sure. So our next person is Christopher Denise. So he is the founder at Stage One Creative Spaces. So Chris, can you just elaborate a little bit more about what that is?
Sure. So it's kind of 2 parts to that. The Stage One Creative Spaces, and of course, we're all here from the screen portion of Screen is kind of our give back as a creative space. As you can see behind me, this is not a green screen replacement. I am sitting in a live studio right now with the camera tilted a little bit up and lighting on me. Stage One Creative Spaces is born out of this concept that about 10 years ago, when I started doing video production, I had a client come out and got really embarrassed we did a great job, except for one thing, which is we didn't have an office or a studio to go back to. So we created I kind of created a makeshift studio after that, to have somewhere that was a little more professional, and met a whole lot of people in the community. And over the next few years, kind of learned, I was a production designer, so I learned to pivot toward production design with my studios, and realized that one of the biggest things about living in the Bay Area as a filmmaker is cost, of course, is expense. And while camera prices have come down drastically, you can basically make a decent looking film on one of these days. The space to make it has not come down in price at all. In fact, it has skyrocketed. So we created Stage One Creative Space as a little bit more of we started out as a co-op, but then we pivoted towards the co-working model of things. So what we have here is we have office space, productivity space, conference rooms, as well as shooting space for photography, videography, content creation. And we're actually expanding right now. We have, I'm up here in Milpitas right now, but every day during quarantine, I'm going from my house to our new space in San Jose by myself, and just working on stuff. And trying to get it up and running. As soon as we come out of quarantine, we'll be ready to catch all you guys all you folks who need creative spaces and need a place to be more professional as a filmmaker. So that's basically what Stage One is. It's co-working meets content creation meets filmmaking.
All right, it's awesome. It's a great resource for the community to have. So one of the things that brought us all together today is we are doing a special screen event, Shorts from Shelter. So I just am a little curious what brought you guys together to partner up to get this rolling for the community.
Well, I'll start real quick. So Screen was born out of similar things that Tony and Maddie talked about, which is when we first started doing video production up here for the first 5 or 6 or 7 years, we realized there's really not a lot of a community support network. There's definitely a community down here. But most of the filmmaking takes place in the East Bay and up in San Francisco. So we wanted to help promote a little bit of that down here. So over the past 4 years, we've kind of grown Screen into a local community event. And then, of course, when this COVID-19 crisis happened, we realized we had to we had to postpone Cinema Femina and push it back. We are still waiting patiently for our go ahead to do that. And then we realized that, filmmakers are hurting for money right now. We're one of the most neglected groups among the artists, and artists are one of the most neglected groups among any industry at all. So realistically, we started looking for ways to help our own business, grants, loans, just whatever was out there. And we realized there's not a lot out there. And one of the things that we could do is we could actually pay what we have forward. We've been reasonably successful here. Of course, we're opening a second space. So why not use some of our success and put it forward towards other filmmakers?
All right, thank you, Chris. So Tony, Maddie, do you have either one of you guys have something to add?
Well, yeah, when Chris reached out to all of us, just basically started with an email. I mean, we're all doing life virtual these days. So it was good to have someone say, hey, I know you all are in a similar spot. We can't meet publicly, so let's do something. I just love that. I think that's important. We need to collaborate together. So I was like, yeah, we'll pitch in. We'll promote it. I started reaching out to some of my filmmaker friends and saying, hey, just a minute. I don't even know what's come in so far. I'm excited to see what comes in and who's making what. But I know I committed to some Brave Maker swag and some other stuff to contribute to those who are creatively keeping their art alive while doing shelter in place. So I was excited just to partner. I'm always about partnership. Let's make stuff happen. We got to do that here in the Bay Area. So I appreciate Chris you reaching out. Absolutely. Us creatives have to stick together. How about you, Maddie? Do you have anything to add?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we have been reaching out to our communities. Our media, a lot of our media is hurting right now, and we've been helping them. And so when Chris reached out about helping filmmakers, I'm like, this is what we really want to do. And so I was very happy to help other filmmakers in any way we can. We are essential workers too. I think we give artists we give mental health, we give relief to mental health, and I think we listen to music, we watch films to make us feel better. I think we are essential workers also, but we're also, like Tony was saying and Chris, we're really forgotten. And so any way we can help with this and empower our filmmakers and give back to them and encourage them to continue their craft. This is a time where you can do it, and also giving them a little bit of money is always a plus.
All right, thank you. That's true. That is me kicking my thing. Sorry. So we're definitely lucky to have your guys' leadership during a time like this, and to have so many people just come together to make something happen. So just wanted to let you guys know that we did change the date to May 27th. So that's when the whole screening, just everyone watching, May 27th. That's when this will be happening. So that's pretty much all that we have time for today.
What's the deadline? What's the deadline?
It's 2 days before.
All right, so it's May 25th is the deadline. So anyone else who would like to submit, we still have that till May 25th. So that's a nice little area that we can work with. And also after this, just as an example, I believe that Stage One Creative Spaces did make a little short film as an example that you guys can check out on the YouTube channel. So it's a fun little spy versus spy. I might be involved, who knows, but
You might get a little bit of a sneak peek at the new studio too, or at least some of the spaces at the new studio.
Or is it beard versus beard?
That too.
Notice how Maddie and I both have hats on right now. So we are hiding quarantine hair.
I haven't had to hide quarantine hair or worry about that in 20 years.
Count yourself blessed, Chris.
Awesome.
I am representing a film festival. It's not mine. This is Zuma Film Festival, Nigeria. I got to go a year and a half ago, which was great. Very inspiring film festival, but yeah, I am wearing a film festival hat.
I like it. I guess these are great quarantine fashion tips. If you cover it up, a hat does the trick.
Never works.
Desperation and practicality is what that is. Yeah.
I did take a shower today, so you got that.
There you go. It's a small steps, waiting till after.
Yeah, it was a big day for me.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much about most of the time that we have for today. I would like to give a special shout out to Grillbox, who's our first non-host donor that we received. So thank you, Grillbox. You can check them out at grillbox.com. So other than that, just get out there, be creative, and let's see what everyone can do.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Roll camera.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.